What's good, real estate family? So check out the headline, right? But we're gonna go ahead and nip this thing in the bud right now. We can't have this misinformation floating around, but this is gonna be a learning experience. Okay, I'm gonna educate y'all step by step, play by play through this video, let you know what wholesaling really
Not
is.
a scam, but as some homeowners are learning, it's an offer that's missing important information, thousands of dollars.
Walked up on the lady's porch. There was a young man there talking to her. She looked at me like, "Who are you?"
Chris West is a broker associate with Remax First in Jeffersonville and shares the concern she had after finding a wholesaler at a recent listing appointment.
He called me later and told me that they did, in fact, sign a contract.
The home is on Maple Street in Jeffersonville and owned by an elderly woman who wants to downsize.
It's very sad.
West says after talking to the wholesaler, she reached out to the homeowner to confirm.
She told me that they did, in fact, sign a contract. And I said, "If you don't mind me asking, how much are they going to give you for your house?" And she said $35,000. And I was floored.
In fact, within a few days, the wholesale company had already listed the home for $89,000. West believes it's worth at least $139,000.
$54,000 is, if they get full asking prices, what they're potentially going to be walking away with for doing nothing for this to this house.
Anyone who doesn't know, wholesaling is when a homeowner basically is in distress. The home is in distress, or they're looking to sell fast, or they need cash. They don't want to do the necessary repairs, maybe to put it on the market with a real estate agent. And so a wholesaler is someone who essentially brokers a real estate deal in which they will sell the rights of the contract to an end buyer or someone who flips houses or buys houses, and they will collect the commission from in between. Now, a real estate agent basically does the same thing. They just have a title. And if the home was not in the correct condition to be put on the market, meaning it can't pass appraisal and inspection, then there's a lot of red tape for a homeowner to sell on the market. And this agent appears to be mad that they missed out on a listing. The wholesaler did his due diligence, made an offer. The homeowner accepted the offer, signed a contract. So now they're in a binding contract, and the wholesaler has the rights to sell the paperwork to an end buyer, which he did. And secondly, let's poke holes in the fact that she said the house should be worth 139,000, because what I can see is the blinds and some of the roof, and the house doesn't look in the best tip top condition to look like it'll get market value, assuming that's the market value for the home. But nonetheless, the wholesaler did his due diligence and got the contract, and now the agent's upset. Then she goes on to mention the wholesaler will get $54,000 for not doing any work. Well, I'm trying to figure out what work real estate agents do. They just fill out paperwork, right? Let's keep
For
going.
doing nothing for this house.
According to the Indiana Real Estate Commission, the wholesaler hasn't broken any laws.
Basically, what they do is they find a seller. They offer them X number of dollars for their house, knowing full well that it's worth more. And then they go out and they find a buyer.
And they'll make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and never do anything.
Oh, is that right?
The broker owner for Remax First and explains the difference between a wholesaler and a flipper.
And a
True
flipper?
flipper's buying the property and putting the equity into the home, or the remodeling the home to bring it up to today's standards and selling it. A wholesaler is never going to do anything. They're likely never even going to buy the home. They're just going to be a buyer on paper and collect a check and close it.
Coming up tonight at 6, what's the...
Well, let's do an interruption and address the elephant in the room. Kentuckiana is actually a real place, so that's not a fake headline. But besides that, let's get back to our agent lady who says that the wholesaler is doing something crazy and they're going to make $54,000 without doing anything. That's correct. A wholesaler will collect a fee. He did his due diligence. He will find a buyer and collect a fee through a title company, which is completely legal. The homeowner agrees, and it's a done deal. Now, there are some bad wholesalers. Not all wholesalers are created equal, meaning we're supposed to complete a service and help a homeowner in a moderate and moral fashion. So not all of us are created equal, but I have also dealt with agents who are the exact same way, and they do not do good business. So that's a universal thing. On to our friend Billy Bob over there, who compared wholesaling to flipping. Without flippers, without wholesalers, what do you think flippers would be doing? They'd be trying to get their own deals. But if they were doing that, they wouldn't have time to flip and vice versa. It's a whole thing. An agent does not do any handiwork either. All they do is sign the paperwork for their flipper in the same exact fashion. There's no difference. Bill, I'm sorry to burst your bubble over there, but we make money and we don't rely on brokerages to do all the work for us, and we close deals and we help homeowners in certain situations. So, Kentuckiana, y'all have some homework to do, but this is a misleading headline. Make sure you follow me for all the best wholesaling tips so you can too wholesale like a pro.